Most people are shocked when they find out that real estate agents should not be telling them which school districts are good and which school districts are not. Today is April 14th, 2026. April is National Fair Housing Month, and I've committed to making a fair housing video every day this month. In 1968, two of the things that were outlawed were blockbusting and steering. Blockbusting was when investors and real estate agents would go knock on a white family's door and say, hey, black families are moving into the neighborhood. You should probably sell your home. Investors were looking for a deal and real estate agents were looking for listings. And then it also outlawed steering. Steering was when real estate agents would steer white families into white neighborhoods and families of color into other more diverse neighborhoods, often reflecting the ethnicity of the buyer themselves. Now, those two things were outlawed, and so overt actions like that were cracked down on. Real estate agents started to come up with coded language, and one of those coded languages, or one of the things that they used, was school districts. And they would say things like, oh, that school district isn't very good, or oh, that school district is declining, or oh, that's a great school district. Now remember, this was before greatschools.org. Yes, some agents might have had an idea of the reputation of a school in a community. Most of the time, though, predominantly, real estate agents were only basing their opinion of schools on the diversity of the school. So an all-white school was a good school. A school with more diversity was not a good school. And I think that it's good for you that you determine what schools are good for your children. For me, I wanted a big school. I wanted more diversity for my kids. I wanted a good art program, a good athletics program. Yes, test scores were important, but they weren't the only thing that was important to me. And so I don't get to determine what's good for you or your children or the appropriate school. You get to determine that. And I always tell my clients there are two great resources that they should check out. One is greatschools.org and the other is schooldigger.com. Those two will give you a very good overview of the school, and any schools that you are considering. It would be great if you went and took a tour of that school or maybe met with the administration. Hope this helps. And always remember that you get to determine what schools are good for you. And my opinion really doesn't matter, nor should anybody else's.